Siguro next time, Zoom naman yung itatry ko. Okay. So, lahat ba kayo ay nakapag-submit na ng assignment? Hindi na natin pag-uusapan yan dahil binigyan ko kayo ng till Friday para mag-submit. Narinig niyo pala ba ako? Okay, sige. So, ngayon, ang i-discuss natin ay yung lecture 2 natin. Yun yung power, energy, circuit elements, and application. Meron bang sa inyo na laboratory natin mamaya? Meron ba sa inyong may lab mamaya? Okay. Ang sabi sa akin kasi, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo last time na course code ay wala pa din. So, probably, what we can do is pwede natin gawin lecture time. Yung time natin sa lab or kung anong pwede natin gawin habang hinihintay natin yung course code. Nandiyan na daw pero hindi pa nabibigay. Okay? So, inisip ko paano gagawin natin mamaya. Okay. So let's begin. Okay. So next lecture natin is about power, energy, and circuit elements and applications. Ubusan na ako lang. Okay, so what is, kung may class kung may question kayo, nagloloko around. Okay, so i-record ko naman itong discussion natin. Question din pala, nakikita nyo ba yung mga recordings ng lecture natin? Nakikita nyo ba sila? Okay. Akala ko, hindi ko kasi siya makita sa student view. Baka hindi nyo kasi makita. So, at least nagkita naman pala. Ayan. So, nirecord ko na. Okay, so kung may question kayo, mag-type lang kayo sa chat natin or pwede kayong magsalita. Ayan. So, ang lesson natin is about power, energy, circuit, elements, and applications. So, ang objective ng discussion natin today is to identify the different DC circuit parameters and components. So we have discussed what DC circuits are. Yeah, that's the outcome. So we'll define some concepts of electrical circuits, and then we'll solve some problems involving these basic concepts. So una is power. Okay, power is the time rate of expending of or absorbing energy measured in watts. Okay, so parang ano lang yan, it's a energy use with respect to time. Okay, if kukunin natin siya in terms of calculus, power is equal to dW over dt, wherein W is the work. Remember, work is associated with energy. Kung by definition natin, di ba, energy is the ability to do work. At pareho sila ng unit, ang unit nila is joules. At yung ginamit mong energy na yon with respect to time, so that will be power. Okay. Ngayon, paano naging ang energy, power, paano ang power ay naging V is equal to, VI? Power is work. The power is work over time. Paano siya naging equal sa V times I? Okay, so we Gagawin ko lang to because of some units. Diba, ano ba ang unit ng work or energy? So, ang unit ng work ay equal to joules per second. Tama ba? Anong unit naman ng equal dan yan? Equal daw yan sa V times I. Ano ba yung V? Voltage. Voltage is volts times ampere. Diba? Ang sabi natin, ano ba yung V? Okay, 1 volt is equal to the amount of energy per coulomb of charge. Okay? Because this is, di ba ito ay energy per charge. Yung current naman or ampere is the amount of charge per unit time. Kasi nagkaroon na ng current pag merong movement ng charges. So that is coulombs per second. So we'll cancel coulombs. So we'll have joules per second, which is also equal to work over time. Kaya, ang 1 joule per second is also equal to 1 watt. Okay, 1 joule per second is equal to 1 watt. So later we'll discuss when we go to the law of conservation of energy. So I will discuss later how, yung basic lang. So paano siya nag-work. Okay, ang power, is that a vector or a scalar quantity? Okay, so let's have some poll. Is power vector or scalar? Okay, so we're still waiting for like 7 pa. Si Clarence, si Drixie. Ako pala. Kasali pala ako. Si Raimwell, si Serena, tsaka si Sheena. Is a power scalar or a vector quantity? Remember, scalar quantity is purely magnitude without direction. But for vectors, vectors with magnitude and direction. General. Hindi makakonect si Sheena. It's Raimwell, it's general. Power ay both naman eh. AC man siya or DC, it's the same. Okay, so, ayan. So, 8 ang nagsabing vector at 21 ang nagsabing scalar. Okay, at least, siguro nagkamali lang sila ng pindot, no? Yung 8 nagkamali lang. Okay, just, para lang yung energy. Okay? Power is equal to energy over time. Ang time is scalar. Ang energy is also a scalar quantity. So therefore, power is also a scalar quantity. Pag hindi ka sure, halimbawa, yung energy, do you have energy? Okay, so you can say yes, you have energy. Do you know the direction of your energy? Kung nag-isip ka, may direction nga ba yung energy? Siyempre wala. So that means it's a scalar quantity. And mostly, ang mga quantities natin sa electrical engineering, sa ECE, sa EE, almost all of them are scalar quantities. Okay, so power is a scalar quantity. Okay, wherein P is the instantaneous power, V is the voltage, and I is the current. So meron tayong passive sign convention. Okay, is satisfied when the current enters through the positive terminal of an element and P is equal to VI is positive. Okay, if the current enters through the negative terminal, P is negative VI. Even though power and energy ay pwede silang positive or negative, scalar pa rin sila. Just like temperature, there is a negative temperature, there's a positive temperature, but temperature is also a scalar quantity. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin niya pag sa energy siya or sa power? Pag positive yung power, that means it is being absorbed. Po, parang tinatanggap, parang energy lang yan. Halimbawa, kumain ka, so may energy yung kinain mo. So, nadadagdagan ka ng energy. So, kung nadagdag yan, that is positive. Pag naman nagtatanggal siya ng energy or power, bago nagtrabaho ka, di ba napagod ka? So, ibig sabihin, nawalan ka ng energy. That will be a negative energy. Or, in that case, it's a negative power. Pag tinanggap mo, positive. Pag nilabas mo, negative. Plus minus. Okay, next. Energy is the capacity or the ability to do work and is measured in joules. Okay, and work is P times T. So work is equal to power times time. So parang kinross multiply lang ito. Okay, kinross multiply lang. Work is equal to power times time. Hello?
Hindi naman daramdaman ni Sir eh.
Ayok daramdaman?
Okay naman, sir.
Lalakas ako. Naka-maximum na ako.
Chat.
Hello. Yan. Okay.
Daming converge.
Parang daming complaints sa Converge.
Eko ba YouTube?
Alright. Okay, so let's continue. Energy, that's a work, is equal to power times time. So let's add conversions. Ayan. Ang 1 joule is equal to 1 watt second. 1 watt second. Kasi that is energy, it's power times time. Okay, or 1 watt hour. So, kinonvert lang yung second into an hour. So, minultiply lang ng 3,600 because 1 hour is equal to 3,600 seconds. Or, that's equal to 3.6 kilojoules. And 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 megawatts. Megajoules. Sorry, megajoules. Okay, now let's go to the law of conservation of energy. So alam niyo yung law of conservation of energy. Sinabi niyo to dati that energy. Sino yun? Sino yun? Parang may matawag sa inyo. Siguro Clarence, i-mute mo muna. Okay. So, based on sa law of conservation of energy, di ba? Energy is not created or destroyed. It is only transformed from one form to the other. Okay? So, the algebraic sum of power in a circuit in any instant of time must be equal to 0. Kasi may papasok, may lalabas. So, halimbawa, yung battery, syempre magbibigay siya ng energy. Diba? May ilaw. So, magbibigay siya ng energy. Kung ano yung binigay na energy niya sa ilaw, syempre, yun lang yung mawawalang energy sa kanya. So, kung isasum up mo yun, may plus yung ilaw na energy kasi nadagdag siya. Yun namang battery, nawalan siya ng energy. So, na-minus. So, kung i-add mo yung na-plus sa battery, na-plus dun sa ilaw, tapos na-minus dun sa battery, equal to 0 sila. Okay, so kung may battery ka, tapos may ilaw, and then i-connect mo yan, siyempre iilaw ito. So since ito ay tatanggap siya ng energy, so halimbawa, ang energy yung tinanggap niya or power is 12 watts. Siyempre ito ay mawawalan siya ng 12 watts. Kung nawalan siya ng 12 watts, nagiging siyang negative. Ito naman is natanggap siya ng positive. If you'll add them, the summation of power is equal to 0. Okay? O yun lang yung ibig sabihin ng conservation of energy. Energy is not created or destroyed, na-transform lang siya into one form or the other. In this case, we have, siguro ito is electrical energy. Tapos nung napunta siya sa ilaw, naging na siyang light energy. So, it na-transform lang. Okay? Ayan, may question ako. Bakit pag sinabing conserve energy, bakit electricity lagi yung naiisip? Ang dami-dami namang klaseng energy. Oh. Mahal yung kuryente sa Pinas. Okay. Sa Pinas lang ba? Ayan. Ano lang, dun sa based on the law of conservation. Diba, halimbawa, paano natatransform yung mga energy? Halimbawa, sa may windmill. Kumare may windmill. Hindi ako marunong mag-drawing. Nag-drawing. Okay? Ano magpapaikot dun sa windmill? So, di ba merong hangin? At yung hangin na yan ay meron siyang kinetic energy. Siyempre, pag may kinetic energy yan, ito ay iikot. Pag umikot yan, yung blades na yon magkakaroon siya ng mechanical energy. Since nakadikit siya dun sa generator, so yung sa generator nun, matatransform yung kinetic into mechanical into electrical energy. And tapos, syempre, ayan, kumwari, pupunta sa bahay. Sa bahay na. Yan. Yan. Sa bahay na. Nag-convert siya into electrical energy. Sa bahay, is meron kang TV. sorry. Hindi ako marunong mag-doon. Ayan, may TV. Yan, nakakonect yan sa TV. Siyempre, yung TV, yung energy nun is maka-convert into either heat. Heat is an energy. light, energy, and even sounds. Okay? So, natatransform yung sounds. So, syempre, pag ikaw nakikinig ka, tsaka yung mata mo, nakikita mo yung light. So, natatransform na naman yung into different energy. Siguro nga signal. And then pupunta sa brain mo, ganyan. Pupunta sa brain mo. Ita-transform naman niya into another form of energy. So, it's a cycle. Ayan, it's a cycle. So, kaya nga yung energy is not created or destroyed. Nata-transform lang. Kaya ang sabi pa nila, meron daw hindi naniwala sa global warming. Kung naniwala ba kayo sa global warming? Yan. Kasi kung iisipin mo ang law of conservation of energy, this is a universal law. Ang Earth kasi ay kumuha siya ng main source ng energy ng Earth is the sun. Okay, the main source of energy of the Earth is the sun. Ngayon, siyempre, hindi naman sino ba yung mostly gumagamit ng energy from the sun? Di ba yung mga halaman? Hindi man natin kaya mag-convert. No? Because of the solar panels and some other gadgets na pag natamaan sila ng rays ng sun, so they can transform the energy. But mostly, hindi naman nare-reflect yung energy ng sun. Hindi naman lumalabas sa Earth, di ba? Nagre-retain lang siya. Yung mga halaman, ayun, kaya nilang i-transform due to, yan, para mag-produce sila ng food. Kaya nilang, what if yung sobra-sobrang energy na binibigay ng sun? Saan napupunta? Di ba parang natatrap sila sa Earth? Kaya hindi nakakalabas sa Earth yung sobrang energy ng sun. Kaya na-maintain sila sa Earth. Kaya, anong mangyayari? Pupunta sila sa ibang, since light yan, kaya nagkakaroon siguro ng global warming. And imagine nyo lang, na natatrap yung rays ng sun sa Earth at hindi nagagamit, kasi siguro konti na lang yung mga halaman natin na sila talaga yung nagtatransform, or hindi ganun kadami yung solar panels para i-transform yung energy na yun into something useful. Tayo, di ba ginagamit din namin pag vitamin D daw? Pero madami pa rin naman yung sobrang energy from the sun na hindi natin na-utilize. Okay? Okay, so that means ang Earth is tumatanggap siya ng positive energy. How about the sun? Yes, kasi nagbibigay siya, di ba? So based on sa law, dapat magzi-zero siya. So that means nababawasan ng energy yung sun. Kaya there will come a time, kasi di ba namamatay yung star, and the sun is a star. So there will come a time na, ayan, pag namatay yung sun, wala na ang solar system. Pero syempre, it takes millions and millions of years para mangyari. Yun lang yung ibig kong maintindihan ninyo dun sa law of conservation. Kasi ako gustong-gusto ko yung law na to. Okay, now let's go to, may question ba kayo? Yeah. So let's go to the circuit elements and applications. So elements is our basic building blocks of circuits, and circuit analysis is the process of determining voltages across or currents through these elements of the circuits. So meron tayong two types of elements, passive and active. When we say passive elements, these are elements which are not capable of generating energy, like resistors, capacitors, and inductors. I think you are familiar with resistors mostly. Siguro konti capacitors. Inductors, hindi pa siguro, but we'll go to them later. Okay? Diodes. How about diodes? Yung mga diodes, yun yung pinaka element ng sa ECE. Diodes, transistors, mga amplifiers, mga ganyan. Okay. Basta passive elements, they're not capable of generating energy. And the active elements are capable of generating energy like battery, generators, and operational amplifiers. So this is the difference between passive and active elements. Yung generation of energy. Passive cannot, they're not capable. Active, they are capable. Okay. Now, sources, these are sources of energy. So, meron tayong tinatawag na ideal, independent source, and dependent source. So, independent source, these are active elements which provide a specified voltage or current that is completely independent of other circuit elements. So, ang battery is an independent source kasi without, kahit hindi mo i-connect yan sa circuit, ang voltage na is still the same. Ang difference na sa dependent is nagdidepende yung value or source quantity by another voltage or current. So in the circuit itself, yung mga dependent sources, nakadepende yung generate nila or binibigay nila based on other components in the circuit. Kasi ba nakadepende siya sa R1 ganyan or R2. Okay? So yun yung mga dependent sources. Okay, so that's the type of element. Now resistance. Resistance is the ability to resist the flow of electric current which is measured in ohms. Okay, 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt over ampere. Okay, so that's the resistance. It resists the flow of charges, mga resistor. So ang resistance, they resist the flow of charges. So ang unit niya ay ohm. Okay, so 1 ohm, ang symbol niya ay the omega. Ayan, so resistance. So ano ba yung counterpart ng resistance? Ito ang resistance. So, mga resistor, pinipigilan nila yung charge para mag-move, para magkaroon ng current. Ano naman yung nag-a-allow siya para dumalo yung mga charges? Okay, tama ka, Andre. Sila ay yung conductance. So, yung counterpart niya is the conductance. So, that means na-allow niyang mag-conduct yung mga elements para dumaan yung charges at magkaroon ng current. Hindi nila pinipigilan yung current. Resistance, pinipigilan nila yung current. Ang conductance, sina-allow nila yung current. Kaya anong unit ng conductance? Oh, Google. So what's the unit of conductance? Henry is for inductance. Okay, it's Siemens. Sometimes they call it Siemens. Or, would you believe it's mo? At ang symbol niya is the inverted one. Yeah, yes. Tama ba ako? Na-research nyo rin ba to? It's baliktad. Yan, baliktad. Mo. At yung symbol niya is the inverted. Okay? So that is, inductance is later. So yung Henry is for inductors. So, wala pa siya dyan. Okay? So more of sa conductance type. Capacitance is, ano kasi unit ng capacitance? Naalala nyo ba sa Physics 2? F. Yan. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng F? Farad. Okay. Tama. Farad. Galing kay Faraday. Okay? Ayan. So, yun lang resistance. Okay. Okay, ngayon, let's go to resistance and resistivity. So, if we are given a conductor, ayan. So, meron tayong isang conductor. Kumare, cylindrical yung conductor natin. Halimbawa, ito yung conductor na yan. Kumuha ko ng isang portion. So, ito yung itsura niya. Kumari lang. Ayan. So, meron siyang length. Tapos, meron siyang cross-sectional area. Ayan. So, ang resistance ng conductor na to is equal to rho L over A. Wherein, rho is the resistivity. It depends on the material, property of the material. And L is the length of the conductor. And A is the cross-sectional area. A cross-sectional area. Ayan. Ang resistivity is meron tayong mga common. Hindi ako sure sa gold eh. Tama ba yung gold? Nag-try ako ng ibang libro. Hindi yun yung naaalala kong is 2.4, copper is 1.7, silver is 1.6. Ayan. Kaya ang best conductor in terms of resistivity ay yung silver. Sa gold. Pag mababa yung resistivity, ibig sabihin, good conductor siya. Pag mataas yung resistivity, ibig sabihin, hindi siya good conductor. Insulator siya. Kaya as much as possible, yung mga conductors natin is pinapababa natin yung resistance. Kasi pag mataas yung resistance, mataas yung power loss. At mabilis uminit yung isang gamit pag mataas yung kanyang resistance. Like, ano ba? Flat iron and rice cooker. Kasi ginagamit natin sila para mas mabilis silang uminit, kaya matataas yung resistance nila. Sa bahay, ang may pinakamagastos na magamit ng kuryente ay yung mga umiinit at saka nagpapalamig. So yung refrigerator and air conditioner, sila yung may mataas na consumption. At the same time, pati yung flat iron at saka yung rice cooker. So sila. Overuse lang yun. Overuse lang yun siguro. No? Yung modem. Mga 24 hours yung modem. Ayun. Okay, so yan yung formula natin of resistivity. Hindi na sinama dito yung temperature. Nagbabago kasi yung temperature, resistance at resistivity based sa temperature. Huwag na nating pahirapan. Pag-isipan ko kung pahihirapan natin. Okay, ito naman ay review lang. Short circuit and open circuit. Pag yung circuit element with resistance approaching zero, that's shorted or pinagdikit mo yung dalawang conductor. It's we call short circuit. Okay, pag open naman ay walang flow ng current or yung resistance niya approaches infinity. Pag zero yung resistance, that's a short circuit. Pag infinite or masyadong mataas yung resistance is open circuit. Okay, let me go back to resistivity or resistance. Okay, class, if I'll ask you, how will I decrease the resistance of an object? So based ito sa formula, paano natin mapapaliit yung resistance? Based sa formula. Paano natin mapapaliit yung resistance? Ideally kasi dapat mababa resistance para mababa yung losses. Hindi magastos. Okay, so one way is to increase the area. So kasi naka-denominator sa dito, so ibig sabihin, pag malaki ito, liliit yung resistance. Pangalawa, pwede namang liitin naman yung length. Pero yung area kasi, imagine niyo para mas konti ang losses, dapat maliit yung area, malaki yung area. Pero hindi naman pwede, siyempre depende naman sa application. Okay? Kung malaki kasi yung area, that means yung mga charges ay, imagine niyo, yung mga charges is madaming space na gagalawan. So kung madaming space magagalawan, it means na mabilis silang mag-move. So walang resistance masyado. Kasi 'di ba by definition yung resistance is pinipigilan niya yung mga charges na malaki yung area, so madami silang space na pupuntahan. Kaya mas mababa yung resistance. Yung length naman, syempre hindi naman natin na. Or isa naman is to change the material to less yung resistivity. Ayan. So, yan yung short and open. So, there are two types of resistors, yung fixed at saka variable. Yung mga fixed, yun yung mga ginagamit natin sa lab na meron na silang determined value. Yung color-coded na resistor. Okay, huwag kayong mag-alala. Hindi ko na ipapamemorize yun. Yung mga gold, yellow, tapos yun. Yan. Hindi na. Yung mga variable resistance, ang isip ko agad dito is yung mga potentiometer. Yung meron kang pwedeng ipihit. Yung iniikot. Parang yung sa volume ng digital na pala ngayon. Sinisip ko bigla. Meron pa bang iniikot na para sa sounds? Or siguro sa power supply na lang, yung iniikot. May mga potentiometer yon para i-change yung resistance. Okay, yung blower na lang. Di ba may 1, 2, 3 yung blower, yung electric fan may 1, 2, 3. So pag may pinili ka doon, pag number 3 yung pinindot mo, di ba mabilis yon. Ibig sabihin ng number 3, dinidisconnect mo yung mga resistor para mataas yung current na dumadun sa motor at umikot siya ng mabilis. Pag naman example, 1, it means na parang may dinadagdag kang resistor. Or isa lang yung tinanggal mo. Pag 2, 2. Pag 3, 3. Kaya nagbabago yung speed ng motor, ng electric fan. Next, conductance is the ability, ayan, nasabi ko na to kanina, di ba? Moss or shifts. Okay, so ang conductance is actually the reciprocal of resistance. Reciprocal, 1 over R. Kung ano yung resistance mo, i-reciprocal mo lang, yun yung conductance. Reciprocal. Okay, so let's have some examples. Example number 1. Find the power being absorbed by the electric elements below. Letter A. Let's have a poll. Letter A. Okay, what's our formula? Power is equal to voltage times current. Ayan, okay, tama. Salamat, Joni and Ian. Stephen na lang, Stephen Bognot. Stephen, what's your answer? Nag-iisip pa si Stephen. Stephen. Baka kumakain si Stephen. Stephen. Okay, so probably will not ask Stephen. So 26 ang nagsabing 6 watts. Isa ang nagsabing 5 watts. At 3 ang nagsabing none of the above. So the correct answer is, sinabi na yung formula ng mga kaklase ninyo, is 6. So the answer is 6 watts. Pwede na kayo mag-test, no? Okay, so it's 6 watts. So let's have another one. So letter B. Same choices. Okay, so let's have letter B. At least, nag-i-improve tayo. Parang wala si Stephen yata, no? Nandiyan ba si Stephen? Stephen. 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 Absent.
Matud na, sir.
Wapen no tayo sasagot. Matudjavin yata. Mama niya gala.
ML ata.
Ang ML yan, sir. Ano ko na yung papalantan, Lord?
Balay.
Manda-manda na ka, sir.
Team, ayan. Si Stephen talaga. Stephen.
Kabudya yata may kiyabe. Dana, tune.
Chuya?
Tune po.
Okay.
Ay,
Hindi
wala
pa rin
kayong
siya,
answer kaya.
hindi pa rin siya sumasagot. Okay, so the answer is, sige, iwanan muna natin si Stephen. So 29, 6 watts, and then dalawa, none of the above. Gusto kong tanong yung mga none of the above. Bakit kaya none of the above yung sagot nila? Okay, base kasi dyan, it's -3 times -2. So that's still +6. Tama ba? Yun yung pinakamadali. Yan, -3 times -2. So it's just +6. So at least, yan, nag-i-improve tayo. Dalawa na lang. Sakit yung tiyan niya. Okay, next. Last one. Ayan, at hati yata yung ating poll. Na-confuse sila. Nako-confuse sila sa positive or sa negative. Si Stephen ulit, si Clarence at saka si Serena. Hindi pa kayo nagsasagot. Nag-iisip pa?
Parang po, sir. Ngayon na po, sir.
Sige, so siguro magandang i-explain ko to. Okay, so hati. You want to see the results. Okay, so if I will stop sharing. Ayan, nakikita niyo ba yung result? Ayan. Okay, so nakikita niyo ba? Nasa lower right ng screen. Okay, so ang sagot ay 13 ang nag-8 watts, 16 ang nag-negative 8 watts, and then may umamin na nag 6 watts at walang sumagot ng none of the above at saka kasi yung walang sumagot na -6 at saka none, tama yon, wala talagang, hindi yun talaga yung sagot. Okay, ano ang kailangan yung tignan? Okay, una, kung meron kang negative voltage, tingnan nyo na lang sa screen ko, yung sa kamay ko. Negative voltage, pwede mo yang i-reverse. Okay? Pag ni-reverse mo yan, magiging siyang negative ito naman positive para maging siyang 4 volts. Okay? Next, yung 2 ampere, since negative yan, yung direction na ganito, ibabaliktad mo siya. So, magiging direction niya ay negative 2. Magiging positive 2 amperes in this direction. Okay? Kaya lang, kung iuurong natin siya, so ibig sabihin, pwede na rin isulat na dito yung 2 amperes kasi ang direction niya ganito. Eh di ba pag pumasok siya sa negative, nagiging siyang negative power. Kasi pag pumasok siya sa negative, ibig sabihin lumalabas siya sa positive. So ibig sabihin nawawalan siya ng power or energy. Kaya ang sagot ay negative 8 watts. So tama yung 16. Or ang pinakamadali ay multiply mo na lang yung 3. Okay. So ito ay papasok siya sa negative. Multiply mo yon. So magiging siyang negative 1 times negative 2 times negative, or wag na lasunat. Negative kasi papasok siya sa negative, negative 2 and negative 4. So you'll have negative 8. Okay. So yun yung sa pinakamadali. Yung multiply nyo na lang. Okay. Next. Calculate the power supplied or absorbed by each element in the figure. Okay. Calculate the power supplied or absorbed by each element in the figure. Ano na lang. Hindi na natin ito ipapapol kasi 3 ang sagot. 3 ang sagot dito. Okay, ano ang power ng 9 volts? Okay, ano ang power ng 9 volts? Okay, Rainwell, what's the power of 9 volts? Okay, negative 36 watts na supplied. So it becomes a negative. Okay, how about the power of the 6 volts, resistor 1, sorry. Resistor 1. What's the power of R1? Okay, so that's 6 times 4, 24. So tama, that's 24. Is it absorbed or supplied? Okay, kasi pumasok siya dun sa positive. Tingnan yung arrow, papasok siya sa positive, therefore it's absorbed. Okay, tama. And then the power of the resistor 2. Okay, it's 12. Is that absorbed or supplied? Absorbed. Okay, kasi papasok siya sa positive. Yan. Okay. Last one, kasi magta-time na pala. Ganito to. Okay, so nandito naman ay isusum ko ng konti. Ayan. So nabanggit natin kanina yung independent at saka dependent sources. Class, pag bilog, nakikita nyo bilog yung source, ibig sabihin, independent yan. Pag bilog. Pag diamond, dependent. Okay, pag bilog, independent. Pag diamond, independent. So malalaman nyo din kasi, tignan nyo yung value niya, 0.2i. So that means, nakadepende ang source na to sa i. So kung titignan natin, nasan ba yung i? Ayun, yung i. So, ang value ng I given naman it's 5. So, therefore, ano yung source, actual source ng element na to? Okay? So, that's 0.2 times I or 0.2 times 5. So, that's ano, 0.1? 1 ba yun? 1, tama. 1. 1 ampere. So, symbol niya kasi is a current source. So, yung current dito is 1 ampere. Okay? 1 ampere. Ayan. So, isa-isa natin. Ano daw? Ano yung elements or power supplied over source? So, ano ang power ng 20 volts? Ano yung P1? Okay, P1 is 5 times 20, tama. So it's 100 since it's supplied, nagiging negative. How about power 2? $60 kasi 5 times 12, that's 60. It's positive kasi it is absorbed. Okay, tama kayo? Okay, how about power 3? Okay, 48. So that's also absorbed. Tama? How about power 4? Okay, negative 8. Kasi this is supplied. Okay, kailangan natin ng voltage. Kaya lang kung titignan natin, sila ay parallel. Di ba pag parallel, pareho yung voltage. So therefore, ang voltage ni dito is 8 din. At yung current na sinusupply niya is 0.2 times 5, that is 1. So 1 times 8, that's 8. Kaya lang ito ay supply, nagsusupply siya, kaya nagiging negative. So the answer is negative 8 watts. So tama rin. Tama rin kayo. Okay, so that's it for today. So probably we'll finish this on Friday in case. Or you can actually finish all of them. May sagot naman dyan. Just read them, finish them. Okay, do you have any question? Nakabalik na ba si Stephen? Ay, Arzel, ma-absent ka kaya andun ni Joni. Sit-in ka lang. Bakit? Mamaya yan, marinig mo ako. Hindi ako nagtatagalog kasi may Koreano kayong kaklase. Kaya nag-i-English ako doon. Sa kabila. Yung magkapatid na Lee. Sa pasensya na sila, no. Medyo mag-i-English ako ng ano. Siguro mga 50%. Okay, kung wala na yung question, say good day. Konti. Naging estudyante ko na sila sa physics before.